Well, basically, when I was thinking about the 70s,
oh yeah,
you can listen to this first.
Right about now, we're gonna talk to you about a real smooth cat. I know Miss Paul Hamilton, but some of y'all might know Miss Big Walker. Go ahead, play anything. His brother Krista at his home there.
Clap if you want.
So right about now, just have to sit back.
Beating up all your presentation
Basically, what I wanted to do is I took a 70s type song that I made. I produced the whole track. I did every sound that you heard, every song, all of the vocals, and kind of brought it into the now. So I took the 70s part of it, mixed it, brought in the hip hop, trying to make it relevant for now. Created an album cover as well, where you can see me leaving from the now back into 1970. So that was my whole creation.
Together, every sound of it. You showed some good musicianship there, and I thought that was an interesting song. What we heard, it's unfortunate that we didn't get to the hip-hop part, which started to sound like screwed and chopped, something you would hear out on the street. But the 70s part, it just sounded like the 70s. I'm not sure it sounded like 70s revival, and I'm sure that's where the hip-hop part was going.
Absolutely.
As to the artwork, to me it's very 1990s bling bling rap cover. I don't really see it having any vibe of the 70s.
You don't?
I don't.
That's this side right here.
I understand that imagery might include elements of the 70s, but I don't think it's presented in a way that looks like the 70s.
Okay.
So I mean, anyway, at the end of the day, I'm impressed with the level of work you did, and I would say that.
Thank you.
Kate, what do you think?
Well, I think, well, first of all, I was very surprised to hear. I wasn't sure what the music was even doing at first. I only had a chance to explain, and I produced this piece of music for you guys. But so you definitely shocked me. I was not expecting that at all. So, good job at that.
Thank you.
Obviously, a lot of work goes into that, especially if that's not your trade, something that you do on a regular basis. I can only imagine how that would add an extra level of difficulty for you. So, good for you for taking that challenge.
Thank you.
And I heard elements of hip hop, and I definitely heard 70s. I liked the graininess of that. I wasn't sure how I'm not sure how they were coming. They weren't quite jiving for me, but that might be a personal thing. I heard elements of now and then elements of back then. With the piece here, the visual piece, the album cover, again, I see a more modern day imagery, and then I see more like old back in the day type imagery. It's very much split in half in a literal way, and I'm not quite getting back to the 70s. I mean, you do have there's a sign here that says kind of points you over to the other half of the album cover that says keep straight to the 70s. But I don't know. I guess I was hoping to see something that didn't document, okay, here's now, here's back then, as much as as bring it together.
Okay.
And so conceptually, that's where I'm coming from. I would have liked to see a little bit more of like what is the 70s now, not here it is now, and
There it is. Okay.
there it was back then.
Gotcha.
But again, an immense amount of work, and good job for taking that risk. You shocked me.
Charles?
Yeah, you're the king of presentations. I mean, you really, you speak well, you dress well, apparently you sing well. I have to say, not knowing that you did the music really hurt my ability to judge, because I was not expecting, until you told me at the end that was your music. I thought this was your piece. This is part of your piece, and I have to say, if you just flipped that card over, I'd judge you a lot higher, because I think it brings everything else down. But your music was so believably produced. I don't generally drive around town with my windows down blasting 70s music, but that felt believable. It had rhythm. I mean, I commend you on your polish there. I don't know if you got pieces from different things, because I mean, you had women's voices backing you up, and they sound
That
so
was all
perfect.
me.
Oh, well,
Everything.
even better. That was great, though. That was really, you have a remarkable ability then,
Vocal
just
range.
there. And I wasn't expecting that at all. So a tremendous amount of work. I can't even imagine. I mean, you really, Corey set the bar high last week, and I think that you surpassed it, and we were not expecting you to be a musician. Your graphic design leaves a lot to be desired. And I think it speaks a little bit to the problems we're having, or I'm having, with your music as well, which is, rather than seeing revival, which is really conceptually, thoughtfully bringing the past into today, it seems like both visually and audibly what we're seeing is a combination of the two, like side by side. And I don't want that to overshadow, though, the sheer amount of work and quality that you did in your music. I think overall very impressive.